Hold up. Stop everything you're doing right now because what I'm about to tell you is going to absolutely blow your mind and probably make you question everything you thought you knew about WWE's current direction. And I'm warning you right now, this is going to make you mad. This is going to make you want to throw your phone across the room, hit that comment button, and tell everyone you know about what just happened. Jade Cargill just did something that has WWE management in complete panic mode, has fellow wrestlers choosing sides, and has fans ready to cancel their subscriptions. And the most infuriating part? WWE is trying to cover it up, pretend it never happened, and hope you forget about it. But we're not going to let that happen, are we? Let me paint you a picture of what led to this absolute explosion of controversy. Jade Cargill, the woman who was supposed to be WWE's next big thing, the athlete who was handpicked to represent the future of women's wrestling, just completely went off script in the most shocking way possible. For weeks, WWE had been building this massive storyline between Cargill and her rival, and I'm talking about a storyline that was supposed to culminate in one of the biggest matches of the year. The tension was real, the animosity was palpable, and fans were genuinely invested in seeing how this rivalry would play out. But here's where it gets absolutely insane, and this is what's going to make your blood boil. During a live event, not a televised show, not a pay-per-view, but a house show where WWE thought they could control the narrative, Jade Cargill completely broke character and did something that has executives scrambling to do damage control. The backstage reports that are leaking out are painting a picture of absolute chaos. Wrestlers are being called into emergency meetings. Social media managers are working overtime trying to scrub footage from the internet. And Jade Cargill? She's nowhere to be found. Here's what actually happened, and I'm telling you this is going to make you question everything about WWE's current storytelling approach. The match was building to its climax, the crowd was on their feet, and everyone expected the usual back and forth that defines modern WWE programming. But then, in a moment that has everyone talking, Jade Cargill did something that nobody, and I mean nobody, saw coming. Right there in the middle of the ring, with thousands of fans watching, she broke character completely and shared an unexpected, unscripted kiss with her rival. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds like typical WWE drama. But here's the thing that's making everyone lose their minds, this wasn't part of the storyline. This wasn't approved by creative. This wasn't in the script. This was Jade Cargill going completely rogue and doing whatever she wanted in front of a live audience. The crowd's reaction was immediate and explosive. Some fans were cheering, others were completely stunned into silence, and social media started blowing up before the wrestlers even left the ring. Videos started surfacing on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok faster than WWE could take them down. But here's the part that's going to make you absolutely furious, WWE's response to this moment has been nothing short of insulting to their own fanbase. Instead of embracing this moment of genuine human emotion and authentic storytelling, WWE immediately went into corporate damage control mode. And their response is exactly what's wrong with modern wrestling entertainment. First, they tried to pretend it never happened. Official WWE social media accounts made no mention of the incident. The company's usual highlight reels and recap videos completely ignored what was clearly the most talked about moment of the entire event. Then, when fans started demanding answers, WWE released one of the most tone-deaf statements in recent memory. They claimed that, all actions during live events are part of ongoing storylines, and that, creative decisions are made to enhance the viewing experience. Are you kidding me? Do they really think fans are that stupid? Do they honestly believe that we can't tell the difference between scripted drama and genuine human emotion? But it gets worse. Behind the scenes, multiple sources are reporting that Jade Cargill was called into a meeting with WWE management the next day. Not to discuss how to incorporate this moment into future storylines, not to praise her for creating one of the most talked about moments in recent wrestling history, but to be reprimanded for going off script. This is exactly what's wrong with WWE's current approach to storytelling. They're so obsessed with controlling every single moment, every single emotion, every single reaction, that they've forgotten what makes wrestling truly compelling, those genuine moments of human connection that transcend the scripted drama. The fan reaction to this moment has been absolutely incredible, and it's exposing just how out of touch WWE management really is with their own audience. Social media platforms exploded with reactions, theories, and demands for more authentic storytelling. Twitter was flooded with hashtags supporting Jade Cargill's boldness. Fans were praising her for showing genuine emotion and creating a moment that felt real in an industry that often feels overly produced and sanitized. The phrase, "Let Jade be Jade," started trending worldwide within hours of the incident. Instagram stories and TikTok videos analyzing the moment racked up millions of views. Fans were dissecting every second of the interaction, trying to understand whether it was planned or spontaneous, and debating what it meant for the future of women's wrestling storylines. But here's what really shows how disconnected WWE is from their fanbase. While fans were celebrating this moment as a breakthrough in authentic storytelling, WWE was busy trying to suppress it. They were issuing takedown notices for fan-uploaded videos, avoiding any official acknowledgement of what happened, and basically treating their own fans like the enemy. The wrestling community on Reddit, Discord, and other platforms has been absolutely buzzing with discussions about this moment. Fans are sharing their own theories about what really happened, speculating about Jade's motivations, and demanding that WWE embrace this kind of authentic storytelling instead of trying to suppress it. Even fellow wrestlers started weighing in on social media, and their responses revealed just how divided the locker room is about WWE's current creative direction. The backstage fallout from this incident has been absolutely fascinating, and it's revealing some serious tensions within WWE's current roster. Multiple wrestlers have gone on record, both officially and anonymously, with their thoughts on Jade's actions and WWE's response. Several veteran performers have privately praised Jade for her willingness to show genuine emotion and create an authentic moment. They've expressed frustration with WWE's increasingly rigid approach to storytelling, where every gesture, every word, every reaction has to be pre-approved by a committee of writers and executives. But there's also been pushback from wrestlers who are concerned about the precedent this sets. Some are worried that if performers start going off script regularly, it could lead to chaos and undermine the carefully constructed storylines that WWE spends months developing. The most telling reactions have come from wrestlers who are clearly frustrated with WWE's current creative process but are afraid to speak out publicly. Anonymous quotes from backstage sources paint a picture of a locker room that's divided between those who want more creative freedom and those who prefer the security of tightly controlled storylines. One particularly damning quote from a high-profile wrestler said, "We're supposed to be telling stories that connect with people emotionally, but how can we do that when we're not allowed to show any genuine emotion ourselves?" The women's division has been particularly vocal about this incident, with several performers subtly supporting Jade's actions through social media likes and carefully worded statements about authenticity in storytelling. This incident with Jade Cargill isn't just about one moment or one wrestler, it's a symptom of a much larger problem with WWE's current approach to entertainment. And this is where fans should be absolutely furious with the direction the company is heading. For years, WWE has been moving away from the spontaneous, unpredictable moments that made wrestling truly special. Everything is focus grouped, committee approved, and sanitized to the point where genuine emotion becomes a liability rather than an asset. Jade Cargill's moment represents everything that modern wrestling should be embracing: authentic human connection, unexpected storytelling, and the kind of genuine emotion that creates lasting memories for fans. Instead, WWE is treating it like a problem to be solved rather than an opportunity to be embraced. This is exactly why so many longtime wrestling fans are becoming disillusioned with the current product. When a moment of genuine human emotion is treated as a crisis rather than a gift, it shows how far the company has strayed from what made wrestling great in the first place. The fact that WWE's immediate response was to suppress and control rather than celebrate and build upon this moment is insulting to both their performers and their fanbase. It shows a fundamental misunderstanding of what wrestling fans actually want to see. We don't want every moment to be perfectly choreographed and committee approved. We want to see real people having real emotions in high-stakes situations. We want to be surprised, moved, and occasionally shocked by what happens in that ring. But here's the part that's going to make you absolutely livid: WWE's attempt to cover up this incident and pretend it never happened is backfiring spectacularly, and their response is making fans even angrier than the original incident. Instead of embracing this moment and using it to create compelling storylines, WWE has chosen to gaslight their own fanbase. They're acting like fans who witnessed this moment firsthand are somehow confused or mistaken about what they saw. The company's social media strategy around this incident has been particularly insulting. They've been promoting completely unrelated content while ignoring the thousands of fans asking for acknowledgement of what happened. It's like they're hoping that if they ignore it long enough, everyone will just forget about it. But fans aren't forgetting. In fact, WWE's silence is making people even more determined to keep this story alive. The hashtag movements supporting Jade Cargill are growing stronger every day. Fan-created content analyzing the incident is getting more views than WWE's official programming highlights. The company's attempt to issue takedown notices for fan-uploaded videos has particularly backfired. Instead of suppressing the story, it's made fans more suspicious about what WWE is trying to hide. People are starting to ask uncomfortable questions about creative freedom, performer autonomy, and the company's treatment of their own talent. So what happens next? And this is where every wrestling fan needs to pay attention, because the outcome of this situation could determine the future direction of WWE's storytelling approach. If WWE continues to suppress this moment and pretend it never happened, they're sending a clear message to their performers and their fanbase that authentic emotion and spontaneous storytelling are not welcome in their product. This would be a massive step backward for an industry that desperately needs more genuine moments. But if they embrace this incident and use it to create compelling storylines that acknowledge the real emotions involved, they could be setting a new standard for authentic wrestling entertainment. They could show that they trust their performers to create meaningful moments and that they value fan engagement over corporate control. The ball is entirely in WWE's court right now. They can either continue down the path of overproduced, committee-approved entertainment that treats genuine emotion as a liability, or they can embrace the kind of authentic storytelling that made wrestling great in the first place. Jade Cargill has essentially forced WWE's hand. She's created a moment that fans are passionate about, that fellow wrestlers are supporting, and that represents everything that's missing from modern wrestling entertainment. The question is whether WWE will have the courage to embrace it or the foolishness to suppress it. This is where you come in, and this is why your voice matters more than ever. WWE needs to hear from their fanbase that we want more authentic moments like this, not fewer. We want wrestlers to be allowed to show genuine emotion, not forced to stick to scripts that drain the life out of their performances. If you're as frustrated as I am with WWE's response to this incident, you need to make your voice heard. Share this video, comment below with your thoughts, and let WWE know that fans support authentic storytelling over corporate control. Use the hashtag #LetJadeBeJade to show your support for performers who are willing to take creative risks and create genuine moments. Share your own thoughts about what this incident means for the future of wrestling entertainment. Most importantly, don't let WWE gaslight you into thinking this moment wasn't special or important. You know what you saw, you know how it made you feel, and you know that this is exactly the kind of authentic storytelling that wrestling needs more of. The future of WWE's creative direction literally depends on how fans respond to this incident. If we stay silent, we're giving them permission to continue down the path of overproduced, emotionless entertainment. But if we speak up and demand better, we can force them to embrace the kind of authentic storytelling that makes wrestling truly special. So what's it going to be? Are you going to let WWE suppress this moment and pretend it never happened? Or are you going to join the movement demanding authentic wrestling entertainment? The choice is yours, but the time to act is now. Your voice matters. Your opinion counts. And Jade Cargill deserves better than being reprimanded for creating one of the most genuine moments in recent wrestling history. Now get in those comments and let everyone know where you stand. If you thought tonight's story was wild, trust me, what happens next will blow your mind. So don't stop now. Click on the video right here on your screen to continue the chaos, the drama, and the inside scoop only we deliver. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and join the Wrestling News CC family, where the real stories of WWE come to life. See you in the next one.